And so both sides see neutral nations. These two, oh, they've already picked a side, but they didn't join. Now, two nations, well, these three believe Nicaragua and Honduras, America wants to turn into, Canada wants to turn into democracies. Yes, I keep forgetting Canada's the leader of this world, not the U.S. And well, right back at them is basically what the other alliance says. With them both picking countries they can just walk right over. Why? Because they can. And well, quickly they meet up in the front lines and do that. While they're away, this happened during that Madagascar's takeover, and this taught valuable lessons on the best way they can do a naval invasion. So they make a plan. Their plan is to land around there, over there, and over here. And well, they initiate the first operation in it. They land right here. But while they did that, Britain wasn't fast to react to the fact they were planning two other naval invasions to do at the same time. So they land right here and over there into northern Scotland, which nobody expected them to do. As they quickly start taking over more territory, they move these two fronts, but there's nothing stopping them basically up here. And eventually enough troops stop them arrives, which causes a stalemate. So then they decide to land all the way over here. Because first their invasion down in this area didn't work out. As they move up into the Wales area, well, somebody is yeah, if I don't leave this war, I'm getting invaded, is basically what Ireland says. Which, I mean, fair. Always leave a war when you're losing. Oh wait, that's what America does in our timeline, not this timeline. Once America starts losing, they just leave. You can't lose a war if you leave it. I don't know if that's smart or not. With them having to move some forces down south, so they're getting pushed back on two fronts. Yeah, I don't think it's good when you're being pushed back on two fronts. When a stalemate starts to launch, and they launch another invasion. As they completely sink the Royal Navy. Yeah, they completely sunk it. And well, they quickly take England, and well, it's too late to surrender, so they fall. Well, the furthest they manage to land in Iceland. So they continue with their high confidence of winning. So then they take Greenland out of the war, but Greenland doesn't surrender. But realistically, nothing's fighting there, so they just go on. They land in eastern Newfoundland, and they move up. They land in Nova Scotia. They land in Labrador. They land in this area of the U.S. They land in New York. But these invasions, they said, whoa, that's good. And then they get pushed back. And then these guys get pushed back. Then they get pushed back. Then they get pushed back. And then they manage to get to Greenland to push the Germans, the communists out. Not communists, the Kaisers, the Imperium out of it. Well, they decide to meet in, well, Moscow for a possible peace treaty. So let's see the Treaty of Moscow. Which the Treaty of Moscow affects Europe, but the Treaty of Ankara will affect the Caucasus and there, and then I don't have a name for that. So let's see the Peace Treaty of Mumbai. Or was it Riyadh? Or was it Ankara? Yeah, this was the Treaty of Ankara. So let's see how it goes. We can see Yemen, Oman, and UAE, United Arab Emirates, were gave freedom. Turkey expanded and taking her judge from it. And a bit of northern territories from Saudi Arabia. And while now puppeting Saudi Arabia, with India finally annexing Pakistan. First, there's a war where Pakistan expanded. Then there's another war, Pakistan gained lands. Then Pakistan lost lands. Then Pakistan lost lands. Then they collapsed. Yeah, that's a lot of wars to have that fast. So now let's go to the Treaty of Washington. Why would I go here? Because, well, realistically, that's not much to deal with. It's mostly just turning stuff into puppets and changing maybe minorly the borders. With them deciding maybe to create a Central American Union with these three nations. Venezuela, they plan on just puppeting it, and then they plan on giving this back to South Brazil for their loyalty in fighting alongside them, despite the fact they were invaded a while ago. So let's see the peace treaty. Guyana gained a tiny bit of land, same with Colombia. Venezuela is a puppet / occupation, which will be turned into a democracy. Same with, well, Central American states, and as you can see, the alliance is back. Although I think they got the color slightly off. I feel like it was about this color. No, I need to get a puppet color, which will be about that. Yeah, that works better. So now let's look into the peace treaty of Cairo. That's for North Africa. South Africa will have a different treaty just because it's so big. And that'll be the same. East Europe will get the treaty first, followed by West Europe. Just because they're big treaties, and it's easier to go over them in smaller pieces. So the Treaty of Cairo is done first. Let's see how it goes. The Imperium puppeting Egypt, Libya, Tunisia. They do Mauritania. They do this nation and that nation. This is done by the Central African Republic. Why, you may be asking? Well, because they're technically not a part of the alliance. But they probably will join soon. But then again, they're also going to create their own alliance. So let's go to the Peace Treaty of South Africa, the Treaty of Kinshasa. And now let's see how it goes. Even south. But they create the puppet of Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Mozambique, and South Africa. So, well, you may be saying, alliance? Where's the alliance? Well, I think green works best. And, well, that doesn't belong to that color. And that's why you shouldn't be using giant. With them, let's see their puppets. You may be wondering, what did they puppet? Yeah, they puppeted this, that, this. But the Imperium took that. But they got Madagascar instead. Pretty good of a deal. So now let's see the Treaty of Warsaw for Eastern Europe. Let's see how it goes. What will happen? And the Balkans. Will Eastern Europe exist out of that? I'll count Finland as Eastern Europe. It's like, if you drew a line, it would be Eastern Europe. So now for the peace treaty. Order into Finland, the Baltics, Ukraine, Poland, Hungary, and, well, there's a new country, the Transylvanian puppet, which is planned in the future, might be divided by Romania and Hungary, or one will annex it. Let's see. We don't know how it'll go, but Germany annexed Austria, Czechia, and Eastern Poland, Western Poland, and Northern Poland. Italy annexed Albania, parts of Bulgaria, parts of Hungary. And, well, now for the Eastern Europe Treaty. The Treaty of London. Let's see how it goes. And you might say, what was I doing? Well, we got the puppet of France, a puppet of Benelux, a puppet of Brittany, Normandy. We got the puppet, which is the Bordeaux State, Bordeaux Republic, I guess. We got Basque, Catalonia, South Spain, North Spain, Galicia, Puerto Portugal, North Portugal, or South Portugal. I split Britain into Scotland, England, Wales, and, well, Iceland's a puppet, and, well, Russia annexed its eastern part it believes it should have always had, with the next war being planned to be against the alliance there. In India, hearing about this, they tell the plans to India and ask them if they want to help, telling them they'll gain Nepal, they'll get North India, they'll be given Afghanistan and Myanmar and the potential of that war. So India signs the joining of the Imperium, meaning the Imperium is now 5 nations. So now, let's hope the Imperium can last, but we all know it's going to last for at least the next war, which is strongly going to benefit Russia. But with the puppets, it's going to benefit everybody in the Imperial League, Imperium. And while that's all for today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys! But not until you subscribe, because we need to get to 3,000 subscribers by December 20th.